Women are confusing creatures. They don't say what they think to what they say. Like the other day I was with this woman and she kept saying stuff like, "Who are you? Why are you in my bedroom? What did you do to my husband?" You see, that's cryptic language, and it's the job of us men to understand that, because society told us so. Thank you everybody, I'm Peter Ador and I'm sweaty, but that's good, because today we're gonna learn how to be a real man through the wonderful YouTube channel Teachingmensfashion, a channel all about making you dad's proudest boy in the worst way possible. I discovered this channel through these 2019 videos that got actually pretty viral at the time. 10 things guys do that make you look feminine. Don't be a beta male. And you know, I don't want to be a beta male, because I'm a man, and men want women, but often women don't want men. And that's why we have to learn how to be better men and possibly alpha men.
As a guy, you definitely want to be in tune with your feminine side. You want to be sensitive, understanding, and definitely not some sort of chauvinistic asshole. But here's the catch, the gray area. While women say they don't want the overly macho douchebag, they also don't want the super feminine chump that can't defend them. Freaking women, bro.
Freaking women, bro. You see what I said in the intro? Women are confusing.
I know, they're confusing, and here's the bad part. Most guys will do certain things, certain little mannerisms that women will side-eye you for and consider you super feminine.
Not super feminine!
Number one, you take too many selfies.
Too many selfies.
There really is no manly way to grab a phone, put it in your face, and start posing for it.
It's right! Like an act like this, it's something only women do. It's too feminine for men to do. I should have learned this before.
Guys that take selfies for some odd reason are considered more vain. Not only are you feminine, you're also seen as less attractive. Two, you let her drive.
Don't let woman drive.
Women love men that take control, but if she's the one that's driving you around all the time, she's just gonna see you as feminine because you're at her will. Three, I called this one the bald eagle. Let me clarify. They want you to prune and manscape all your body hair. If you don't, you're just gonna look like a wildling. Definitely what gets you the side eye from females is anytime you shave or wax off completely any hair from your body, especially your Iron Mike down there. No one wants to look at a bald eagle. You'll just have this monstrous, veiny, one-eyed nose just staring at you.
Could we stop using metaphors?
No better way to trim this than with our sponsor Manscaped. Package 2.0 comes to Lawnmower 2.0. It's gonna change your grooming game. Is that it's wireless and it's water, perfect for that area down there.
Oh, okay. It's an ad. So yeah, this whole channel on which we might get mad at, it's actually a whole advertisement. And not a bad one at it actually. Instead of selling you glasses, they make 5 videos about how glasses improve your chances with women and make you look more secure and give you more of a structure to your face, also improving my self-esteem while doing that.
Number 4. Crying. And I'm talking for no reason, of course.
So it's not saying that the men cannot cry, just don't do it for useless reasons, man.
If you've ever dated an emotional girl, you probably already know that they'll cry about anything, especially when it's that time of the month.
Mostly in that part of the month.
That's the exact image that you portray to her when you cry for everything, especially for a small setback. Watching Oprah, or because you're hungry, or because your friend backstabbed you.
Who the f cries because they're hungry? Who? Like, tell me one person that you know that cries because they're hungry. I mean, for the lowest of the numbers and stuff, there's probably somebody in this world, but I want to know a single person that is known for crying, and I mean crying when they're hungry. And the next example, it's not even, why are they in a list? Like, don't cry for useless reasons, like when you're hungry or when your friends backstab you. These are not similar useless reasons. Like, if my friends backstab me, maybe I'm gonna cry, but I'm not gonna do the same if I'm hungry. Like, in that case, I'm just gonna open the fridge and eat something.
Real men only cry when their emotions warrant it, like the passing of somebody close, the birth of your child.
Cry only at death and birth.
5, gossiping. Gossiping in general is associated with girls. You're gonna be seen as more feminine. 6, men that hold grudges. Punch it out. Verbally, of course. And then you just move on and you get over it.
You see, I hate every single one of these tips for so many different reasons. But the worst part is that is useful to somebody. I mean, Teaching Men Fashion has more than 5 million subscribers, and you could rightfully tell me, well, who are you to judge then? I have 25 subscribers, and he basically doubles my subscribers every single minute. Also, Peter, this is a 2019 video, and come on, this is a too much easy apple to grab from the tree. And I know, just it's kinda viral, and most of the comments under this video are not even from his main community, so there's some people with some intelligence. So let's see what he's up to now, in 2021, the pandemic has gone over, people have changed. Okay, let's see what he's doing now. So we got the same shit all over and over again. Like, a good 50% of these videos are just the same informations explained again and again. This looks like a corporate channel, like those things like Troom or Crafts and stuff, that they just have the same videos on which they change title and thumbnail and they just reuse it and make millions of views. But at the same time, I kinda don't want to get mad at this. I mean, this guy is kind of the good guy of alpha males, okay? He's not an incel, he keeps repeating of not treating women like objects but like actual people. But that's kind of where the problems are. Like, let's just watch a more recent video of his. This is from the 15th of June, so 5 days ago, and it's called 7 Signs Your Crush Likes You Back.
Today, here are 6 signs she's thinking about you. Number 1, she sees your story but never likes. Look, here's the beautiful thing with social media. Everybody's a stalker.
Everybody is a stalker.
Your crush really likes you, she's gonna be all up in your stories, but she doesn't want to make it known to everybody and her friends and to you that she's all over your Instagram. Chances are she'll never like your post, she'll never comment, but you'll see her pop up every single time in your stories, especially if you're having a night out. It's even worse if she doesn't follow you. Boys, if she doesn't follow you, this girl is all over you. This girl's thinking about you all the time.
I always knew that. I remember saying it all the time in middle school, but nobody ever believed me when I said that Jennifer Aniston had a crush on me. They were like, oh yeah, she's 50 and you're 14. Oh, dumbasses.
Number 2, she texts you first. For women, it's not natural for them to make the first move. So anytime they break that natural rule, take that as a loud and clear sign that she was thinking about you. She was probably overthinking about you. I guarantee you she overthought that text for about an hour before she sent it. And just know, my guy, you must be a freaking stud, because this girl's obsessed.
You see why this channel gives me troubles? Like, it's full of tips that are not meant to be offensive at all. He also got the kind of community that is always like, oh yeah, Jose is really trying to get cancelled with the thumbnail, oh yeah, he's really going after that politically correct ideas, oh yeah, he's really teaching us the real stuff like a dad, not like social medias want us to see the things and to know. But again, that's a problem, because Jose, or I don't know how to pronounce the name, I'm so happy that you know like how relationships socially work, like how the position of the man and the woman still have such a value in how people get together, and now there's roles that play psychological levels of things and all, and this society puts us into small bubbles that make us behave this way. So if you know the way they behave, you will know how to act for them and with them. But this is society. But like, I cannot get to hate this guy. Even if half of his tips are things like, oh, clean your bedroom and stop using color sheets with cars and Minecraft on it because women find it unattractive. Or if you're unattractive, try to do sports and then have a company and be wealthy. And you see, even if you're a 3, now you're easily a 5 or 6. And if you get our products, then you're easily a 7. Like, there's still people kind of learning from this. And this is both the reason why this is bad and good. You'll see a younger me watching his videos and thinking, oh yeah, I got to dress better. But also it's also filled in this uncalled toxic masculinity and objectification. Like he says in one video to treat women like people, and he says in the next one to let them wait after they text you so they'll be more attracted to you because something about their brain makes them do that. Then that's not treating them like people. Like, let's just go on with this video.
4, she talks to other people about you. I'm telling you, boys, you made such a splash in the mind of this girl that you are now the subject of all of her conversations with her girlfriends. And if you just so happen to end up floating your way into her friend group or happen to have a mutual friend, I'm telling you, boys, you got it in the bag, because just through simple conversation, you'll be able to extract and know if this girl talks about you in any shape, way, or form. And if she does, if you are the subject of her conversations, she's thinking about you.
I gotta call my English teacher. Like, again, this video is from 5 days ago. And what the f are we talking about? If a girl talks about you with her friends, it could be so many stuff. This is just a macro simplification of so many stuff, and this is every single one of these videos. They look helpful, but they're just a mix of dumb informations that anybody could have in their minds and false information that are just simplifications of actual concepts. Okay, I'm sorry, I don't want to get into other topics. Like, let's watch this other video. This is from the 20th of April, and this attracted my attention. It's called 6 Traits Modern Women Look For in Men. Useful information, I mean, you know, modern women in comparison to, you know, the other women that came here from the 1960s.
Freaking social media, boys. Yo, the heat has been turned up higher than ever, and now that hometown girl that you wish that she liked you back is now judging you against a million other dudes on freaking social media. Honestly, men had it way easier in the 50s, but you already know, your boy went to town, bro.
Do I need to say anything? Do I? Oh, the 50s. Oh, the 50s. Yeah, men had it way easier over there. Like, I remember the time women being like, oh, you men are so much better. And like now women are like, oh, we want equal rights and like we want to have jobs. It's like, oh, freaking women, guys.
Yo, number one, 6 figures. It has nothing to do with money itself. And it has everything to do with skill set. Be well groomed. See, want the 6-pack. Man, okay, I'm being a little too much. Just look somewhat healthy and lean. 5, it's age. Almost always, she will always choose or be more attracted to the older guy.
This look can sound like the advices that your friend at the bar could tell you like in one night. And while 80% of his audience doesn't use this and just writes in the comments if would like to use these tips or to have more women but they just don't know where to really start, or to like get a woman to chase them where they don't have anybody around, the people that actually use this and gets inspired by them get their heads fulfilled with a shitty ideology that objectify both the men and the women in a structure that I kind of hate. And thanks to that we can get masterpieces comments like this one under the video, I think 7 signs your crush likes you back, that says, and I quote, "This guy has more knowledge about women's psychology than scientists do. In simple words, he's more successful than scientists out there breaking their head trying to study women's psychology. They love to watch this channel, laughing emoji." What the f*** are we talking about? And seriously, you said, my man, I have nothing to do with you. Like, I'm so proud of where you got. I know you worked for years and now you're 26, you have a company and you have kids and you have this great channel. As I said, you're really the good alpha male out here. You teach your audience to not give all the fault of their success to the women in their life. You teach them to not be incel, and you teach them to treat women like people, because after all, that's what really works. But you do that in 1 week, and then the next one, you say the complete opposite. And if you don't, you just prove the complete opposite. And while half of your comments are not offensive, like the one time that you said to not wear nail polish, because even if you have nothing against it and you're like all for equality, you know that it's gonna look feminine on a man. But again, what the f are we talking about then? Like, I've been watching this channel for a couple of days now, and while I showed it to my friends, like the most common sentence that I've heard was just like, oh yeah, this is the thing we needed. Another man that knows exactly what women want. I'm not saying these tips are wrong. I mean, yeah, of course, if you want to look more attractive, go to the gym or do some push-ups in your room. Shower every day. Nobody does that and your hair will get really worse than if you were to not shower, but do that, yeah. Dress with cool clothes and make 6 figures. But again, can we remember that the roots of these tips are not okay at all? Really, this channel feels like a motivational TED Talk for lonely men, and if it's not the other half, it's just like a weird guide to become full of an unspoken toxic masculinity, and I don't know, I don't like that. Like, I'm sorry, let's just get this last one. 6 things about women your dad should have taught you.
Women prefer men with resources, and I always make sure to smell good. Hey, yo, be mad at your dad, not at me. See, he should have probably taught you this when you were just a little thing, but he didn't. Now you have to live your entire life through rejection and heartbreak with women. So if you ask me, it's his fault that now Jose has to come in here and clean up the mess. Yo, I'm just playing. You better love and respect that man for raising you. I'm just here to fill in the voids of things he might have forgotten to tell you about women. One, focus on yourself first. So many men just get this confused, but in the famous and wise words of Tony Montano, this country, you have to get the money first. Once you get the money, you get the power. Once you get the power, you get the girl. All right, this movie was filmed 30 years ago. You want to know what's changed? Zero. Women prefer men with resources. This is just biologically ingrained in them from nature. They only mate with the strongest males. In a way to show your strength, it's accumulating resources. So focus on yourself first.
Again, this is so general. And it's the same f***ing tips of these other videos. All the tips here are just, yeah, not give the fault to the woman, before work on yourself. You don't need to be rich, but you know, if you're successful, a woman will go after you, because a successful person is somebody who is charismatic, and you gotta dress good, and you gotta smell good, and you gotta do sports, and you gotta stay fit. Wow! Wow, thank you, Jose. And also you should leave them on red for an hour, so their women brain will activate the attractiveness stuff, and thank you even for that.
Number 3. You need to keep your own opinion. I cannot tell you how many times dude will change the way they think. Politics, religion, and all you look like is a yes man. Women want men that are dominant. And one way to show your dominance is by keeping your own opinion, your own train of thought. It doesn't matter if it's opposing as to what she thinks. She's actually gonna find that attractive, because unlike other dudes, you're not just submitting into her. Number 4, how to know when it's over. See, this applies both to leading her on and being led on. Which takes on to number 5, always dress right. Clothing sends a message whether you like it or not.
Okay, I'm done with this shit. Like, seriously, I don't hate this dude. I don't think he's too misogynistic, I don't think he's too offensive. Like, he's just trying to give a dead talk to his audience. And that's fine. I just kind of wish that 1, these were actual useful tips and different from video to video, and 2, they weren't made by him. Who is he? If we know who is he, and because he has a long career and long stuff, why should we care about his informations about women? They have the same exact value that a friend in high school could tell me about. They like the exact same. And they look kinda more okay because they are not, again, completely closed on one side or the other. They are easy to agree on, but they're also mostly wrong. They're also generalized, they're also simplified, and they're also useless in a way. I've read so many comments that talk about how he changed their lives and now they're finally getting their girlfriend of their dreams, and I'm happy about that. I just wish that they didn't through these tips, because channels like this of more than 5 million subscribers are an industry of men that think that they understand women perfectly, and I don't want to say that, oh yeah, I do, like, oh yeah, I'm talking about this and I know he's completely wrong because I do understand women perfectly. I mean, if there's a womanizer around here, that's me. Just no, not this, not like this, and not this way. But yeah, work on yourself, dress better. If you want, don't act feminine ever, because women apparently want a man very dominant and every woman is the same, and follow these very specific tips in each video, like the things to say to an attractive woman, which are very different than the one that you will say to any other woman. So, I mean, that's fine for me, but I don't know. So thank you for listening to this weird stream of consciousness, and goodbye.